Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Roz and I'm the owner of Scented Haven. And yes, I know it has been a long time since I made a video. I'm trying to find the time to get back into it again. I have been trying to make this one actually for a couple of weeks now, but it is tax time here in Australia at the moment and I am a bookkeeper, so I have been really busy with clients. Anyway, today's video is only a short one and it is to do with Hydrostone. So for those of you that make your own candle jars, I'm not sure if you're aware or not, but as of November this year, Hydrostone will no longer be available. So it is probably best now to start looking, if you want to continue making jars, to start sourcing out suppliers and where you will get your next product from. There's obviously things to take into account financially, and shipping is a big cost these days. Now, I know a lot of people started out with Cementor. I did myself. I then changed to Hydrostone, and then a couple of years ago, Hydrostone was not available here in Australia due to a shortage, so I had to source out another product. And I was lucky enough to come across a company here in Australia, or they're actually in Tasmania, that have a product that is made and it is for candle jars. It is a good product. You don't have to worry about silica with it. It works, I believe, along the same principles as Jesmonite. Now, I can't vouch for Jesmonite because I've never used it. I don't know really that much about it, only the basics. And it is a powder and a liquid, and you also use water. So the product, I've got a bag here just to show you. So that is the product that I use. It's called Brandlia Eco Casting Compound, and you use it in conjunction with this liquid here they call Pro Liquid, and water. So they have a calculator on their website. So all you do is you get your mold, you put it on some scales, tear the scales out, fill the mold with water, and then you enter the weight then into the calculator, and it will tell you how much powder you need and how much liquid. And then whatever the liquid total is, you just have 80% of that water and 20% of the Pro Liquid. Now, they also have a sealer that you can use. I don't personally use that sealer. I used to use Earth Safe Finishes sealer, and then a couple of years ago they changed their formula and I didn't particularly like it. It was very runny and I used to find I used to have a lot of seepage. So I tried a couple of sealers and I ended up using and choosing the Buan Nicole one. And I've just stayed with that. I know Earth Safe did, after many complaints, change their formula again, but by that time, like, it costs money to keep chopping and changing, and I was happy with the Buan Nicole one, so I've just stayed with that. Now, back to the products. There is, as I said, Cementor that people may choose to go back to. With Cementor, I always found that the oxide powders worked best for colouring. You can use the metallic paints in them, but the liquid dyes, or liquid pigments I should say, I didn't find them to work overly well in that product. Jesmonite, a lot of people do use, and you can get very bold colours with Jesmonite. Now, that is one thing with the product that I use. You can't really get the bold colours unless you swirl. So I've got a couple of jars here just to show you. So you can see there, like, that has come out nice and dark. And this one is just one where I've mixed colours into the product to get like more of a solid colour. And I've just done a couple of layers there. So the boldness doesn't bother me. I prefer the lighter, sort of softer tones. So yeah, if you're someone that like bold colours, then you might need to look at maybe Jesmonite, or I'm not sure. Buan Nicole has a product also. I'm not sure what her product's like. I've never used that one either myself. One thing with this product that I use, I don't know whether you can see there or not, but it is a really lovely smooth product. You don't get a lot of bubbles with it, and also the bottoms are always nice and smooth. I'll just show you this one as well. Hope you can see that that's nice and smooth, not really any bubbles there. Now with Hydrostone, and this works under the same principle, so there are ratios that you need to stick to. With Hydrostone, I used to find not only did you have the ratios, but you also had to have a wait time. And it was important, I always found, to stick to the ratios and the wait time. I used to wait about 10 minutes normally on a warm day before I would mix the product into the water. And if you didn't, I found if you didn't go by the ratios and the wait time, you could on the bottom of your jars often get like a chalky, powdery sort of texture. And it also, you know, you'd have to tap a lot. I find you don't have to tap as much with this product as what you would with Hydrostone. Some people don't worry about the bubbles, you know, they think it adds a bit of character, which it does, totally agree. I don't disagree with that at all. I just prefer not to really have the bubbles if possible. I'm not saying I never get them. I still do get them at times, but I just find I don't get anywhere near as many as what I used to with the Hydrostone. Now, if you are someone that, as I said, likes the bold colours, Brambley do have a product, and look, I'm not affiliated with them at all. They don't know I'm making this video. I'm not getting paid to do this video. I simply just like to let people know what their options are, and as I said, this is the product that I have found that works best for me now. You need to do your own testing to see what works best for you, and also financially what is the best for your budget. I know Brambley, and I'm not saying it's the product that I use because they do have a couple, but I know there is one of their products on there that they have is cheaper than Jesmonite. It works out cheaper. So I'm not sure how much Jesmonite costs because, as I said, I've never used that product. But yeah, people have options at least. Some people even make up their own sort of product. They mix cement and sand and things like that together. If that's what's going to work best for you, well then that's fine. We all have to do what's best for us and what works, and like financially and that as well. Anyway, as I said, this was just a quick video just to let people be aware that Hydrostone is no longer going to be available, and due to, you know, the length of time it takes to sometimes get products, and obviously when you make a jar, you know, it has to dry out, you have to check it with the sealers, and you know, it's a week-long process really to make a jar. By the time you make it, let it dry, seal it, and then before you want to put wax in it. So I just thought people probably need to start looking now and see what their options are. And you don't want to decide on a product and then, because everyone's, you know, maybe scrambling to find something because Hydrostone is no longer going to be available, you don't want to miss out. So do a little bit of research, see what you think will work best for you. Hopefully it won't be, you know, too much of a you know, chaotic for you or whatever, and you'll find a product like I did that you really love. Anyway, that's all for now. I hope everyone has been well during the last few months since I made my last video. In the meantime, stay safe till I make my next one. Thank you for watching. I hope this video has helped you out, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now. And I hope to see everybody again soon with another video. Thank you again, and bye for now.